Just got done putting out a political dumpster fire. Now I can finally get back to talking about what I love to talk about. Guns and gun legislation and more guns and mocking anti-gunners. And did I mention guns? Anyway, just wanted to come to you today and remind everybody that the gun rights war is unique in the fact that it's fought on two levels. The first war is the messaging war. And the second war is the ground game. And we are winning the messaging war hands down. The messaging war usually takes place between activists, pro-gun activists and anti-gun activists. It's usually played out on social media, maybe on local radio debates, maybe on podcasts. And we always win that war. It's an easy war to win because the other side can only come armed with emotion. They're essentially trying to strip people of their constitutional right to keep and bear arms based on emotion. We counter with facts. Facts beat emotion every time. So we are winning the messaging war, and that's fantastic. Where we're losing is the ground game. And I just want to motivate people to step that up. It's embarrassing to get beaten by anti-gunners, on the ground game. If you want proof that we're getting beat on the ground game, recently, 3 times, the Supreme Court has failed to hear 3 gun rights cases. Everybody acts shocked that the Supreme Court refused to hear these cases. I personally am shocked that people are shocked that the Supreme Court refused to hear these cases. The Supreme Court hasn't heard a major piece of gun rights legislation for the past 7 years. This is nothing new. They always defer to the lower court and to the states. So the states is where this needs to be fought. We can't let bad legislation be put into place, allowing emotional anti-gun ninnies to win the ground game, and then be reactive and hope Supreme Court will bail us out. Grassroots conservatism, the very essence of it takes place at the state level. And we're not being proactive. Do you even know how many anti-gun proposals have been proposed in your state this year? Do you know where they're at in the process? Do you know if they've even made it out of committee? Do you know what their prognosis is? Did you know that there's been 149 federal level gun bills proposed this year? This stuff is easy to find on the internet. It's the ground game that matters because that's where legislation takes place. That's where the laws are created that affect you. You might want to call it grassroots activism at the state level regarding legislation. I prefer to call it federalism. It means the same thing. Less of a mouthful. We have to stop letting them beat us at federalism. We have to stop letting them beat us at the ground game. So, look up your state. See what's been proposed. See what you can fight. Be proactive in stopping those laws from getting into place in the first place. Stop being reactive and hoping the Supreme Court will bail you out. Now get out there and fight.